to the back,
to the back,
to the back
to the back
podcast. I'm praying this video is gonna hold out, unlike last week's voice crack.
What do you mean, Lynn? Like last week?
Well, because it was like doing like the legacies. Still figuring it out. Still work in progress. This whole thing's a work in progress. Hopefully my audio is better. I have the mic closer to me.
I didn't even look. It is working, right?
It is.
Audio?
I already looked.
Okay.
The amount of times I second guess, I've already looked probably 1,000 times. Welcome to another episode.
Yeah.
Weirdly, we're about to talk about our fathers, even though it's Mother's Day coming up.
Well, it's because my dad's birthday. What?
No, it's just funny.
No, it's because my dad's birthday is May 6th, and
You're doxing your dead grandpa. My grandpa.
They don't know his name.
They know his birthday.
They don't know the year.
Yet.
Okay, and then my husband's was May 8th.
I almost got it wrong. I said May 5th because May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. But that's because we had a Cinco de Mayo birthday party. That's why I always get confused.
I did a surprise.
Happy early Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Sorry.
I love Cinco de Mayo. I don't know why.
Tacos.
I think it's because we're from Texas. And
yeah.
I don't know. Cinco de Mayo is like an underrated holiday.
What is the origin of that exactly?
They should have taught it more in school. I can look it up because I feel like you're probably more prepared with stuff to talk about.
Oh, am I? Okay, but anyhow, yeah. Their birthdays are coming up this coming week. So next week, we're a few days out. I forgot to freaking put my phone on silent.
That's what I thought. I just did mine. So yeah, Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, obviously, is a holiday to commemorate Mexico's victory over the French Empire in 1862. And it was a victory, yeah.
And obviously it's such a big deal here because Texas used to be Mexico. Like, that's what it is. We took it from Mexico.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's a huge deal here.
Yeah, I thought it was Napoleon the beat, yeah.
I don't know why I just got, like, really low energy.
Yeah, me too. And we both had energy drinks today.
I had half of one.
Well, I had a G Fuel, which you maybe should try. I had the Naruto one. It was like Sage mode. I said Sage. I don't know why I did that. The Sage mode, it slapped. G Fuel is good. G Fuel, sponsor us, please. I beg.
Oh,
Gamer Fuel.
I had half of one because I'm too old to be doing full. And I only do it now, like, as I noticed I did.
You got a microdose energy drinks?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Take little shots of energy drinks.
I'm actually starting to lessen the amount of coffee I have too.
I heard coffee's good for you, though. I thought.
Not that.
In right moderation.
It's actually counterintuitive to my ADHD.
Mm.
Like, it doesn't actually. If I have too much caffeine, it'll put me to sleep. It doesn't wake me up. Like, it makes me tired.
Before you go.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to do. Plus, like, I don't sleep well. So
I actually got good sleep last night for like the first time in a while.
Glad somebody did.
Which I'll be staying up for this game.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Mavs. Let's series tied. Let's take one on the road.
Well, we have to still win there, so
yeah, we have to. Which is like, I don't know. I don't want to put any bad juju out in the air.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Kawhi comes back because he's our good luck charm.
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Mess up the mic.
Sorry.
Unjinx
I make that really loud too.
Dang. Yeah. Break the mic. Anyways, fathers.
Yeah. Well, I just
you want to talk about this. I mean, I'm always want to talk about. I love talking about people.
Yeah, I was thinking about actually yesterday on my walk I was thinking about, I don't know why, something like triggered thinking about my dad, and like the next song that came on was "Fix You" by Coldplay, which was on his list.
All-time depressing song. The tears flow.
Yeah.
With "Fix You."
And I was like, okay, Dad. And then then I like skipped, like after that song, like the next two songs I didn't really like, so I skipped, and guess what the next one was?
Home.
It was?
Yeah, Home by Philip Phillips has traumatized me. We played that at his funeral. I can't. Songs are so interesting. I know there's probably like a science to it, like with rhythm and everything and memories and association, but it's so weird how like a song can easily be like the best thing ever, but also can also be like the worst thing by association with memory, you know? Like where you are and what you associate with that song can dictate, like, can make you feel so emotional when you hear it. It's like the same thing with food. Like we were talking about, like I think we mentioned that time. Like I hate beef jerky because it took out a tooth when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I couldn't eat for a week.
Right.
And if I hear Home by Philip Phillips, I want to cry and curl into a ball.
I don't feel that way about it anymore.
But if I have barbecue sauce, I'm like, ooh, I feel good. Or if I listen to like, try to think of a really happy song. Ironically, Not Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Jump Rope.
Black October. Oh, that one too. But the Pharrell Williams song that like I get pure joy from is that it's from the first Despicable Me. I love that soundtrack. I think it's like I play the disc because I want to go like take me away and it's fun. As long as it's fun.
Oh,
you know that one?
Yeah.
It's when they're doing it. It's like the unicorn. It's so fluffy. That one. I loved. Despicable Me is underrated.
Did he do that whole soundtrack?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay.
I think he did the second one too. But I think because how big Despicable Me has come, I feel like the first movie has now become underrated in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of hate because the Minions, which I guess there may be too much of the Minions, but
yeah.
I don't even know how we got there. You're talking about your dad.
You just started talking about memories and
we went from funeral to Minions.
Well, I'm saying I actually listened to Home. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't have that. Like I could not listen to that song for a really long time. Like it literally made me sick to my stomach when I'd hear it. But I guess because I'm at a like better place with his passing, which I mean that's only taken almost a decade. Or no, a decade. God.
Well, I mean, I'm still not at the best place with Andy's passing.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 4 years. It'll be 4 years in October. Yeah. So.
That feels unreal. I had a dream about him last night.
Oh, you did?
It was a weird dream.
Not a good one.
Wasn't necessarily. I don't know why, and I don't remember much, but I remember basically it involved the characters from Modern Family, which I've been rewatching.
Mm-hmm.
But like the characters were like I knew they were Modern Family characters, but they also kind of looked like real life people that I know. Like they replaced it. Like Andy was like Phil almost. It was weird.
Yeah.
And he was making like weird like dumb jokes like Phil would make, but like not as like suave as Phil would make. Like he was like
no.
He made this weird joke. He was like, I wore this shirt because I'm not getting laid tonight, and it was like very weird. And I was like, that's not cool, bro. Not cool, man.
I mean, he did make really bad jokes.
He did.
He really thought he was funny.
You don't gotta roast him. He's in the grave.
What?
Already.
I'm just saying, like
you don't gotta roast. You don't gotta extra roast him because wasn't he cremated?
Oh my God, yes.
You just extra roasted him.
Stop.
You got that Wingstop check mark and you type extra on those fries, extra crispy.
I just was saying he had really bad jokes, like
and they weren't like cheesy good jokes. They were like they hit every now
sometimes
and then.
Yeah. He had his moments.
Yeah.
Like
his peaks were high, but the very low lows.
Yeah. What is it? That's just funny that you're talking about like Modern Family came into your dreams because like I'm rewatching iZombie.
Yeah.
And I've had zombie dreams for the past like 3 nights.
Like Tina zombie dreams or like bad zombie?
No,
dreams?
Like iZombie zombie dreams.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I mean, like nobody's eating brains and having visions, but like definitely zombies. Like, so I guess scary.
I can't not say and now because of Bob's Burgers, every time I hear the word zombie, I think zombie, like the way the painter sends it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
But yeah, I've been thinking about my dad a lot lately and Andy. Because their birthdays are coming up and because their birthdays are only 2 days apart, which made it really easy for me to remember my husband's birthday.
So Mother's Day isn't the same day every year. I know it's the 12th this year.
He was born, but I think he was born on Mother's Day. Yeah. And then I don't know if it was last year or the year before Andy's birthday fell on Mother's Day.
Oh, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. I didn't realize that was this month too.
Oh, in May?
Yeah. And makes sense.
Mental Health Awareness Month is every month for me.
But it's also the Asian Heritage Month.
Man, they really be putting.
They like try to stuff. They stuff.
Because I could have swore, also there's I don't know.
There's probably another one.
I thought there was something about women's heart disease, like awareness, like I don't know if it's this month or next month. I saw it. It did.
Yeah, no, it's I've already done it like once. It did it when we did the intro. I don't know why.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe means we have to use that one and
yeah.
just transfer, which still is faster than we used to do. Anyways, not to get off topic. We got clips from the last one. It doesn't matter.
What?
We got clips from the last one. It's not doing as bad. Let's talk about dead dads. Move on to talk about dead dads, man. Why is that making you laugh so much?
Because like it's just the way you said it. Like, let's talk about dead dads. Like, we're super fun at parties. Although that would be something I'd want to talk about.
No, that's actually my generation loves talking about trauma.
Yeah.
I'm surprised trauma parties aren't even a thing. That should be a thing, low key. Like trauma parties, like come in as your biggest trauma instead of like superheroes. Like who are you dressed as? No, it's what's your biggest trauma.
I'd win almost hand down every time.
I'd just be interested to see the costumes. Like what is like OC?
I couldn't. No,
you know what I mean.
I couldn't dress up in mine. That would not be as
no.
Would
you wouldn't do your biggest, just like one.
Yeah. I just realized that would be very inappropriate and traumatizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I sure would. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't even know all of it. So let me just say it'd be bad. But anyhow, I was thinking today about, I don't know why. I don't remember why I was drying my hair. Something, I started thinking about Peepaw and I was thinking like, I wonder what he wanted to be when he grew up. There's no way he did what he wanted.
He built planes.
Dad, he went into the Navy.
That's still pretty cool though. To build planes.
And he worked on an aircraft carrier, and then when he left the Navy, he worked on the planes on the aircraft carrier. Which I was looking up something, I guess something else the other day. It was like on like myheritage.com, the DNA thing, and they were like, I was looking at the his, because he's buried at the National Cemetery here.
So now they know he worked on planes, where he's buried, his birthday.
He's dead. What are they gonna do?
There's grave robbers.
Anyhow, he was a first. What is it? A first petty officer, something like that. I didn't know. My dad never talked about his time in the Navy. But I guess whatever it is he basically trained officers underneath him. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, he ended up working on aircrafts like after the Navy still too. And there's just no way that's what he
wanted to do.
I don't know. It just feels like such a I don't feel like anybody grows up and dreams about that.
What he would want to do though. When
I just got sad that like I never got a chance to ask him what is it you wanted to be when you grew up, because I know he could draw, which is like where you get that from. Yeah.
Interesting.
Being good at math and drawing, you got that from him, not me.
Well, I don't know what Andy wanted to be.
I already asked him that.
What do you want to be?
He didn't have anything.
I mean, he was smart.
Yeah, no.
He's probably building more computers. Like I think I'm sure he had something. And I'm sure it's probably like building computers and something like geeky.
He did say that he wished
or a cooler level.
What is it? He said that his brother was
video game software.
Yeah. Oh, I do know. Like he definitely would have liked to have gotten into that.
So, which is big now. Fallout, the series, he loves Fallout. Like
that's why
Fallout. Like I've been playing the soundtrack, New Vegas. Like I've been on that like so much. It's such a blue moon. I want to set the world on fire. Like that whole like crooner soundtrack, I love so much. And like that was like one of like the few things that we like really bonded over.
Right. That's why Andy's been on my mind so much, is because the Fallout series dropping, and because he was like, we have so much of his stuff still from the Fallout. And it not just that, because Walter Goggins is in it too, and like we've absolutely loved him. Loved him in Sons of Anarchy, loved him in Justified. And he would have just like he'd have geeked out so hard when that was announced.
Forgot he was in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. And so Dakota and I haven't watched it yet. Each of us have thought about watching it on our own, but like we've talked about like it's something we should do together because of how much it meant to our family. I wouldn't say just to Andy. I enjoyed like when he would play and I'd be reading a book, like.
They're my fondest memories.
Yeah, it's definitely probably my favorite video game of playing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just sensory wise, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's very calming and relaxing. Like,
Yeah.
I would just like get
even though you're like
and,
killing and stuff.
and like watch him like kill like death crawlers and stuff.
Yeah.
And also like I like play like the Fallout. I know you saw me play like the Fallout. It's Fallout Shelter. It's like a app on your phone, like one of the games on your phone.
Oh.
And like he played that, and I play that, and we play those type of games a lot. Like like it's like
yeah.
It's like I don't know what it's called per se, but it's
like a companion game.
No, it's like like the hotel manager type games where like you build like levels and you have like it's kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
There is companion games, but I don't know. I'll show it to you after.
Right.
You'll know what I'm talking about in a minute.
I don't want to talk about it. Because I mentioned the other day, I mentioned like, hey, PlayStation Store is, they had I don't know if they're still on sale.
Okay. Oh my god.
No. And so you're gonna let me finish saying this.
You can finish, but I'm not changing my stance on it.
So I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm thinking about getting a game and trying to play. And he was like, no, you can't do that.
No.
You wouldn't be able to do it.
You're leaving out crucial details. You said, I think I'm playing Fallout.
Yes, that's what I said.
You said Fallout.
I said, like, because they're on sale.
The only game that you continue to play is Animal Crossing. And your other game experience is getting mad at Lego games. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So how are you going to make the leap? Getting mad at Injustice, too. So how are you going to make the leap from Injustice on the PS3 and then getting mad at Lego games from like a decade ago, basically, and only
more than a decade ago.
Animal Crossing to Fallout?
I don't know.
To Fallout. Like, it's not the hardest game. It's not you're not playing like Demon Souls or like anything like that. But like it's a skill level wise, it's a big jump.
I guess.
From what you're like, I if you would like, I just I'm gonna play Minecraft with her so many times. Like, there's games I want to play with her, but she like gets upset, which I can't be mad at her because I would too. I don't like
the split screen. It like I don't know why. No, it just like unnerves me.
Which
is
why
I
want to find games like where we can like play online together, like and have our own devices. But like, I just think I don't know.
I'm just
like,
saying
if I knew you could, I'd be like, yeah.
I have almost 50 million in Animal Crossing. It's not like I'm bad at Animal Crossing. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying
Actually, you know what? I think would be if you do want to make I think a good transition game. And this doesn't sound crazy, but a good transition game from Animal Crossing to the gap between like the bridge of Animal Crossing and Fallout, I think is Pokemon. I know it sounds crazy, especially the newer Pokemons, but like it's kind of got
like the one I have on the Switch.
No, not that one. She has Let's Go, not Let's Go. Well, you can do that. Let's Go. I just wouldn't do Let's Go. You can play on the Switch. You gotta use those controls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like more on that, but like Pokemon's an RPG, which is what Fallout is. Yeah. So it's kind of got that, but it's like closer to Animal Crossing at the same time. And I think it'll help you like learn those kind of skills and moves. It doesn't have shooting like Fallout. You'll need to eventually learn how to shoot and aim with that. But even Fallout has like a core essential of the game is like an aim assist, which is like really funny. But I think that'd be a great one, and I think you'd enjoy Pokemon. So I think like you doing that and then just like seeing how you feel with that, and then going to Fallout. Because I think if you knew the controls of Fallout, you would love it. Because you like watching Andy play, like I did. Like I'm. It's no question if I think you'd like the game, just if you could play it and like not get frustrated. I just want you to jump into cold water and then like hate it. You know what I mean? That's what I want. That's my only apprehension.
No, I mean fair, but also it's almost like you don't know me. If I'm gonna do it, I'll do it. Like,
I don't know. I thought you would like Pokemon.
I mean, no, it's not like I wouldn't like. It's not like Pokemon. I don't know. Whatever. It's just rude. Your immediate reaction was, you can't do that.
Don't act like I don't want you to play games, because I sent you literally this morning the new Funko game.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play it. It comes out in November, which should be birthday for you.
I thought it said September.
When I looked at pre-order, it said November. I don't know. But it's like, it's a shooting game, I'm pretty sure, or like a multiversal. It looks fun. Like, I want to play it with you.
Right. But anyhow, that was the whole reason I've been thinking about Annie a lot, is because of the Fallout thing. And then we have not watched it yet, but we probably will start it this weekend.
It's because we're on One Piece. We're watching One Piece, and we just got past. We're just finishing up Marineford.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything else because she got spoiled what happened to Marineford by another TikToker.
By a dog account.
I'm not gonna name him. I'm not gonna name him.
Just saying, it's funny.
Don't spoil anime. That's my unhot take of the week. Because it shouldn't be a hot take. That's why I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
This is my cool take of the week. Don't spoil anime. Don't spoil anything. Just don't.
It's real weird, though.
It's weird. And, like, the only exceptions is, like, probably, like, Star Wars. Like, you say, oh, like, Luke, like, if you say Darth Vader is his father. Yeah, maybe you should probably know that. But even then, just don't spoil it. Especially, like,
Does
if you
Darth
know it's
Vader
a big...
in German really mean father?
I don't know. Maybe. You just got him pitch perfect, right?
I did.
But, like, she got spoiled in, like, probably one of the biggest thing all my One Piece fans know. Like, one of the biggest moments in One Piece, which happens, like, in midway. And we were, like, only, like, 50 episodes from it. And, like, yeah, it still hit you, right?
But probably not
as hard because
No.
it's something that you probably didn't fully see coming the way they try to subvert the expectations leading up towards it. And it's just so annoying.
No, I wouldn't have seen it coming.
But anyways, we're gonna, like, take a break when we're watching One Piece because it's 500 episodes. And then we'll probably watch Fallout.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to watch it.
No, we're
going to
watch Fallout, yeah.
Yeah. Just because, like, I haven't seen any spoilers besides the fact that people are lusting after Walter Goggins' character.
I haven't seen any spoilers.
But that's it. Like, but it's because it's Walter Goggins. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just, like, even in Justified, he's supposed to be the bad guy, and I'm definitely not supposed to be rooting for him, but I do. So, anyhow, it was just something that was really permanent, like, not permanent, prevalent in our household.
Yeah.
So to see it made into a series and then watching all these people discover it and of course there's people that played from the beginning. They're like, oh, now you're on that.
I was
like,
gonna mention that. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna that thought of saying that crossed my mind, but then as soon as I thought that, I was like, who cares? Like, I was like, I could be considered. Well, I'm not considered day one. It came up like before I even started playing video games, the first ones. But I played Fallout and watched Andy play it before it was like super super popular to the mass public.
Yeah.
So I could make that kind of claim. But at the end of the day, like, it's something I love, and so why should I not be happy more people are also finding the love for it, whether it's through a different way or means, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like the only time, like, I think I truly, like, oh, now you want to, is if there's, like, a bad, like, if I got ridiculed for it, like anime or, like, Pokemon or, like, superheroes. When I was younger, got bullied for liking Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, now it's cool to buy up all the Pokemon cards and make Target limit the Pokemon cards you get or sell them all out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yes, like,
That's
that
the only
sucks.
time that I, like, truly feel that, like, oh, now you want to. Now it's cool. Now anime's cool.
Well, I mean, I would have been one of those people.
Yeah, and you're wrong for it.
Okay, that didn't say I wasn't wrong. I didn't say that, like...
You didn't bully people for liking anime.
No, I didn't bully anybody, but I didn't understand it.
I was bullied for liking anime. Not understanding and being ignorant is different from bullying.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like, every girl understands what that is because we get bullied for liking pink or liking butterflies or liking horses or any of the interests women have, especially when they're little.
They have a right, if any of that stuff gets popular and people like it now, to be like,
well, who cares if it's popular or not?
That's what I'm saying.
Just let people like what they like.
And that stems from the very beginning of it, because you should just let them like what you like and not bully them. That's why I said in those certain situations, you can kind of be like, oh, really now? Now you want to...
Well, I feel like that's what's kind of happening with Dungeons and Dragons, too, because of the movie. Indeed, like, I feel like there's a lot of people getting into that. I'm not the person. I'm not saying I'll never, D&D. But I don't know if my attention span would be able to do that.
Actually, I think what really made me like was Community, the episode, which is now, like, off the air. Like, you don't do it because it's something in the episode, but I loved it from that. And I don't know, I act. I like role playing.
Well, yeah, and
like, why not? It's Dungeons and Dragons and role playing. And you love the game Munchkin, which is almost a very D&D.
I miss playing that a lot.
Which Andy, we played that with Andy.
Yeah.
I like nerd stuff. One of your favorite TV shows is Game of Thrones.
It is, yeah.
Dragons.
I was thinking of it also because again, rewatching iZombie, I forgot they had an episode where a dungeon master was killed and they had to. Obviously, she eats the brain of him, and it's like, and they end up playing
Dungeons and Dragons.
What is it? It's not a game. What is it called?
D&D.
No, like when you start there's a name for it, isn't there?
What?
It's not.
A campaign.
Yes, when they
a campaign.
I don't know.
A campaign.
Champagne. That's how you said it.
Champagne. Go through the garage.
But it's just funny because, like, when they start, like, the other four, her friends aren't really into it, especially Clive. And then
that's such a Clive literally sounds like a D&D name.
No,
Clive, the elf master.
He was the one that was like, he was like an elf something. I think. Yeah, he was the one that got into it the most towards the end. Like he was like, we could play again, Yeah. Which he's also the actor in that's in Reacher as well.
One of my favorite graphic novels is D&D based on that, the Adventure Zone.
Oh,
that one.
Yeah.
Which you should read eventually. But yeah, D&D's cool.
So I'm just saying, like, but that's the like even in the episode Ravi, Raul Colley's character, he's like. Because she's like, do you play? And she's like, do I? He goes, do I look like a nerd? Like, even like.
Wait, he doesn't play?
That character doesn't. I don't know if he does real. Yeah, you would think because he's a scientist.
The actor with it.
Maybe I don't know if he.
Huge nerd. He literally. I think he presented at the Game Awards at one point.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. So no,
but I don't know if like
he's definitely played it.
Even though I followed him for a long time on social media, I don't recall if I saw any D&D stuff.
Oh, and also that I'm not sure you heard about that game that came out. It literally, like, I don't know if it won Game of the Year, but it's based on D&D. It was like Just Big. I'm blanking on the name. I don't know. But it was huge. I showed it to you because I made like a character on it on like the free trial. What is it? Baldur's Gate 3. And then you can like make all the different like characters and the customization. Anyways, it's been big popular. So
I'm just saying, nerds are winning.
Nerds are winning, yeah.
Yeah. Which Andy would really appreciate because he was a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mean that in a derogatory term. I feel like everybody's a nerd for something.
Yeah.
Just Bob's Burgers. There's an episode where they talk about that.
I made it to that one?
You should have. It's when they go to the museum.
Oh, yeah. I've watched that countless times.
And she's like, you're a nerd for whatever.
Dinosaurs.
Robots. And she's like, I'm a nerd for zombies. Like, and horses. So, like mine is musical theater.
I'm a nerd for so
books,
many things.
Anime now. Like, yeah. I'm just saying.
It's ridiculous.
You're allowed to have wide interest. And everybody has stuff that they geek out over.
Yeah.
So, but anyhow, yeah. It's just like, I miss Andy. I miss my dad.
Me too.
Well, like, remember whenever you were in school and I would ask you, what was the best thing that happened to you today? What was the worst?
I do remember that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, what's something that's surprising? I guess, what do you have
that
like
was cool of you.
Well, I think
I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think many parents, I think I have the luxury of having a parent that like genuinely asks on a daily basis, like, good questions like about how my day was.
Yeah. Instead of just saying, how was your day?
Yeah. And like just like saying a dismissive, like general social term, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how was your day? Yours was like, how was your day? What did you do? What was bad about your day? What was interesting about your day?
You often did, especially as you got older, you did not want to tell me.
Well, yeah, because also when I got older, it became less interesting and more depressing. I got depression when I got older. No. And when I was a little kid, the world was full of sunshine and rainbows and waffles. Now it's darkness and despair.
Death and despair.
Death and despair.
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask you, like, what was your best memory of Peepaw? Or like a really good one?
It always goes back to his office. I feel like it definitely it's okay. Let me think. It's either something in his office, and I just remember like having like he talked to me about something. He's giving me like a long talk about important things. Okay, it's three things. It's either that, like he was giving me like I wish I could remember the conversation, but I just sitting there. His office smelled nice. I got sat in his cozy chair and like watching him do like work, and like just hearing the clock tick. And it was either silence or like the grandfather clock tick, and just him talking to me. It was so soothing. Or he was like, I remember like one night I couldn't sleep. I got nightmare, and I went to the living room. He was reading like a newspaper or something, and he just like helped me go to sleep. And then like I said, mentioning like he like kissed me on the forehead, and I felt like his stubble, his 5 o'clock shadow. Or it's when he introduced me to Walmart barbecue chicken for the first time, and he let me have his Walmart barbecue chicken, and that Walmart barbecue chicken back then was bussin' respectfully. Gave me that Hidden Valley Ranch. He was like, "Ooh, this is good." And he's like, "It was our little thing." I was like, "Ooh, I love chicken." And then like when Avery was like, "Ooh, I want to try the barbecue chicken. I want it." No, that's me and Peabody thing. That's a boy thing. barbecue chicken at the boys' thing. No girls allowed. Women's History Month was last month. It's barbecue chicken only. Me and him. Him and I. Oh, or playing catch.
Yeah.
Throwing baseballs. I do remember that.
Yeah.
But there was another thing. Oh, when he came to flag football. I remember that. That was nice. Because when he was already...
Yeah, he was sick already.
He was sick then. Those, for sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
Let's try not to cry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. No, it's just like...
Your dad. I mean,
yeah, because I was just thinking, like, with the fact that I didn't know what he wanted to be when he grew up, like, it makes me sad that, like, I didn't... I didn't have more time with him. Like, it makes me sad that you didn't have more time with him because you're so much like him. It's, like, really ridiculous.
The amount of times you will.
I can't tell you. My dad, we were sitting on the porch. This is when Andy and I first started dating. And I don't know if we were engaged yet. But I was like, Dad, why don't you have Facebook? And he's like, I was like, he's like, everybody I want to talk to, I talk to them. Why would I want to get a face like...
He was such like, he's such like a Ron Swanson type of guy, man.
I mean, I know for sure that my dad had undiagnosed OCD, but I also think there was autism too.
Like, I loved when he like you couldn't pick me up from elementary and like he had to. Like, I love that those are like moments we had with like that. Like, I know like nobody's perfect, but and I know in a weird way it sucks I didn't have a lot of time with him, but I think it's also cool that the time I did have is just good memories. Yeah. Like, of course he probably got on to me or mad at me about something, I'm sure in the day, and I'm sure it was scary because that man could be scary. Yeah. But the only things I remember are good things.
Well, like, so mine is that I can throw a football and catch a football because of him. Like, and I was able to teach you that. Like, I really, really appreciate that. It's one of my favorite memories is doing that with him. I
thought there was one bad memory I have. It's when he's in the hospital, and it's a weird one. It's because I hate hospitals now because of that, but also because I hate the way, if anybody's been like to the ICU, they have the same kind of smell, and it's this weird like American Chinese food smell. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know when I say that, and it's like it's weird, and like I like now anytime I go to the hospital, I get like PTSD because of it. Yeah. Everything else is great though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not really him.
Besides his death, everything else is peachy.
Yeah. What is it? So a lot of my good memories, I mean, some of them were obviously learning how to play catch. And then when my parents separated, my dad had this apartment that actually now isn't that far from us. What?
You know the video, apartment. Like that someone attacked someone on TikTok. Like, why say apartment like that? Apartment.
Did I say it like that?
I don't know. Anytime you hear apartment now, I think apartment.
But when he would pick, there was like, I don't know if it was during the summertime because we're in Texas and it's already hot now. It was 70 degrees this morning at 6:30 when I walked.
It's steaming, boiled alive.
But it was definitely warm, and there was like probably a solid 2 to 3 months that when he would pick us up on the weekends, my sister would make him go to Little Caesars. And this is when Little Caesars didn't have round pizzas. They were square, long.
And no one hated you for liking it.
Yeah. Get Little Caesars and rent Crybaby. And like, I don't know why my dad never just bought. I don't know if it wasn't available to buy. But sometimes we'd walk there because it wasn't that far. And it was from Blockbuster. We went to Blockbuster.
Shout out Blockbuster. Yeah. We miss you.
We go get it, and then that was how our weekend would start off. And then it was a really nice apartment complex, actually. Now I don't know how nice it would be, but for the time period, it was like definitely nice. Because it had a pool, it had a tennis court, basketball court.
Dang, you live in a luxury.
Too. Yeah. And what is it? We'd go play tennis. Like, I know we weren't really playing. Or we'd ride bikes or go swimming, and it was just a nice period for like 3 months until my stepmom entered the picture.
Now I want to start crying. Like, I'm just like thinking about all the good memories I have. Yeah. I even miss him yelling at the dogs. Get that damn dog.
yelling at Maxie.
Yeah,
I know you can jump up here.
I know you can jump
I'm
up
not going
here.
to pit you up.
And then if he pissed on their leather couch, he's like, just damn dog.
What is it?
He's literally, I think he is Ron Swanson combined with Hank Hill.
Yeah, no, actually.
That is him. That is your dad.
Yeah.
Bobby. You just. Wow. It was like you hated seeing him get angry, but you also like loved it at the same time. It was weird.
He's there's one time, this is while he's sick.
Yeah, and you're like you're kind of like
no, I know.
Bobby, like low key.
No, I'm not.
A little bit.
How so?
Why do you have to hate things you don't understand?
That's my purse. I don't know you. I'm just thinking about what
King of those goated.
When he was sick, he got so, I don't know what he did, what my stepmom, I don't know why he got so angry. They were at Walmart. He was so angry.
That's the one bad thing. He loved Walmart.
Yeah, and he walked home, and that was like a good 2-mile walk.
I would love to be that spiteful or that petty. I'm gonna walk home.
So
and sick. They lived like not that far. Like they lived quite far from.
Well, not quite far, but like it was driving wise, you're gonna get there in like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes. But a 5-minute drive walk is already like a little too much to begin with, and then you add on the fact he had cancer.
Yeah, and he was actively getting chemo and radiation. So, like, you don't know. Like, you just it's just that he held a lot of stuff in. And then would explode, like, over what seemed like little things.
He needed therapy. That's what it was.
Well, yeah. I mean,
everyone should get therapy, but I think he really could benefit from it.
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, he just, he was a boomer. It's a different time. He grew up with a different time period.
But not like that, though. Like, he wasn't racist.
No, not at all. And it's not like I'm like, oh, looking back and like, no, there were definitely microaggressions.
There was none.
There was none.
There wasn't.
That is
which is
like,
very impressive.
With my mom, yes. Looking back now, I can see microaggressions. Yeah. But with my dad, no. Like, that's just...
only macro love.
Like, and that's what was weird to me when I found out he was a Republican. I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, you're in a union.
Crazy.
I don't understand. It make sense, because this is literally, he would do anything for anybody if they needed help. Like, I mean, sometimes the things about him didn't compute to me, but so yeah, I miss like that, and then I really appreciate the time that we had together at the end. Yeah, we had some really good conversations.
I wish I regret not taking advantage of that like you did with people.
You were 9.
With Andy. With Andy. Which I get our relationship is different than yours and your dad's. Yeah. And I feel like there was more estrangement towards the end with me and Andy than you and people. Like there was. I know there was. But there was more with me and him. But I don't know.
I don't know why. So the thing is, like, there was a lot of resentment with my dad before the diagnosis, because a lot of it was due to what I felt like he didn't stop things from happening, and then didn't acknowledge a lot of the things that happened in my childhood, and then stuff after that with my stepmom, like things that he allowed, just. I get now, like, a lot of it is he was just surviving. Like, just like most of us are, But, like, when he got diagnosed with cancer, it literally magically went away. Like, I didn't have any anger anymore.
Lifts a lot of veils.
No, for me, it took all of it, though. And I hate that didn't happen with you, but I also think it is vastly different. I had a much longer relationship with my dad.
And also the problem is, like I mentioned before, biological father was never in the picture. And then didn't have, Peepaw was a father figure, but he wasn't like, he was my grandpa. He wasn't like my direct father. Yeah. But then he died. And then when he died, Andy came into the picture at the same time. And so I kind of was like, just always having this standard I wanted, like I imagined this father to be or wanted. And so I kind of held him to that, which is, I think, unfair. But at the same time, there was things he just didn't do that I wish he did. A lot of that coming from the emotional side. I don't know. There's a lot of muddied stuff with that, but of course, in hindsight, I would take back all my resentment in those last couple months and just soak up as much time as I could with him.
Yeah.
I'd give anything to do that, to go back. But I don't know.
No, I mean, grief is difficult as it is, and
And
then
the weird thing is, what I was is because he was, when he got diagnosed at such a late stage, and we've already gone through it. It was different because with Peepaw, we were still like kind of holding out hope that he might recover. With Andy, when he got diagnosed with cancer, it was, I'm preemptively already grieving. I already, like, in the back of my mind, I want to, like, oh, we can fight this. I remember he said we were gonna fight this, but when they came back with that news, that he has it, and
you
like,
and
it was
I
confirmed, that was the death shot. Like, I knew he was gonna die. It was just a matter of when.
No, I agree. I mean, Andy was very delusional in his prognosis, like, and I mean, everybody handles it. I don't know how I would handle it.
I don't know what I would do. I'm so scared of death. I, I, I think it almost, like, I can't pretend to know because I've never had cancer or something along the same lines. But, like, just based on how I am, how me not wanting to die and me wanting to experience so much more things in life, like, if I was diagnosed with that, I would go into that state of, no, I'm gonna fight this. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, I would be so in such a state of shock. I'd be like, I I have to believe. There's nothing else. Like, why would I not choose to? Why would I don't want to do that. And so I can kind of see from that point of view why you would almost want to be delusional.
Yeah.
And it's only delusional now in hindsight. Like, I'm sure, like, in the world of worlds, there was a chance where he survived, you know?
I mean, yes, but like I
don't know.
knew because I had gone through
death
it.
is certainty in life. It's just his was a premature death.
Well, just because he had the exact same cancer as my dad, the same doctors, everything, the same stage. I knew it was just time. We were biding time. Like, and he was I think he was worse than people. Well, I mean, he died faster than my dad. My dad got like 16 months,
and he wasn't even as old.
Yeah, and he was younger than my dad.
A decade younger, at least.
Yeah, no, he was. My dad passed at 54, and he died at 43. It was, and then it was like because for 3 years before before the diagnosis, I had been begging him, like, something's wrong. I know something's wrong. Like, there were just too many signs, and I had been asking him to go get looked at, and he kept refusing. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's an adult. He's a grown. He has 6 feet. I'm 5'3.5". Like, I am strong, but I'm not like that strong. I can't physically force somebody to do something.
Yeah.
And, like when the gastrologist came, it took him like so long to come and talk to us. Like, I just knew. I mean, I knew it was bad. There's no way I could have guessed he had the exact same cancer. I mean, and they don't tell you right then. They just say, oh, we found tumors. And I say, where? And he told me. I knew. I had a full-on panic attack. And he's like, you need to calm down. Like, you literally treated my dad. Like, I mean, like, I know what this is. I mean, a nurse took me aside and I told her, and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I understand.
I know this is kind of not off topic, but I feel like doctors should have, along with their medical training, there should be a
sensitivity
therapy type training to deal with patients, because especially if you're going that field, there's a chance you're going to deal with like a dying patient at some point. And so you should learn how to handle the family members and the friends and the people around them with care.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a hot take, honestly.
No, and I don't think there's any wrong response, unless you're like starting to fight people, you know, like that would be the only wrong response. Like, everybody responds to things how they respond to them.
And I get, like, as a doctor, you're supposed to deal with like the cold science, because that's why it can be so cold and cruel sometimes. But I feel like you should also have the other side of you.
Well, no, because I feel like there is a part of me that's very logical and that sees patterns. And that's why I was like, he told me, like, I knew. That's why when it came back stage 4 and it's in the lymph nodes, I'm like, yeah, not good. Like, I know where this is headed.
Yeah.
And that's not me being,
cruel or anything.
Yeah,
or,
it wasn't. And it probably did feel that way. Like, I mean, I didn't say that to Andy. You never heard me say that, oh, well, you're going to die.
You're
like,
a dead man walking.
Yeah, I didn't do that. But, in my head, that's all I could think, which probably came across in my face too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
I'm not saying that it is, but it might have, yeah.
So it's just, and it sucked that it happened during a pandemic. I think it made it so much worse. I think that also made it harder for you too.
Because I was stuck in that.
Yeah, because you had other stressors going on. Like,
I was about to applying for college. Etc.
Yeah, there was just all this other stuff. And you didn't have friends, I feel like, that supported you the way that you needed.
Yeah.
It's not like they were bad people. I mean, like, they're teenagers, and a lot of teenagers just aren't developmentally.
Teenagers are dumb. I was stupid.
No, I'm like, emotionally, they're just not there.
A lot of them were just dumb. You're just dumb, okay?
Sorry, no.
I literally am Abed. I live in references.
Well, no, I do too.
When you said tumor, I wasn't thinking. Yeah, my brain went from sadness about my stepdad passing to I'm a tumor.
Oh,
from Peter.
No, that's funny that you.
Like, yeah,
that's your thought. My first thought is it's not a tumor from
it's
kindergarten.
Not a tumor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. It's just I miss our family game nights. We had a lot of those. Yeah. We played a lot. We have so many board games.
Monopoly Rage.
Oh my god.
Like, we legitimately got pissed at each other afterwards.
I feel like you and Andy were actually really bad sore losers.
There was so much, like, you could feel the tension when me and him would play.
Like, especially like Monopoly. Monopoly is not for me. If it is ever evident that I am a socialist, like socialist, a democratic socialist, it is when we are playing Monopoly.
And then you just buy all the property.
Because, like, I'm like, how many times have you landed on stuff of mine and you didn't have the money? And I'm like, it's okay. You only have to pay me this. Like,
we got so petty too. The pettiness was brought out.
It's not a joke that Monopoly tears families apart.
And then you guys get pissed when we play Jeopardy, and I would just buzz in automatically without even knowing the answer. and him, a 40-year-old man who's played games forever, was like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
No, I feel like that was the biggest struggle, which I don't understand because he was definitely allowed a childhood.
Then he whooped me in Madden, and I get pissed.
Yeah. But I'm saying the way he like, I would have to tell him time.
Good memory with him, going to his apartment when you guys were dating, playing Madden, and he would give me Gatorade and barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
And this is like, I wish he kept this up throughout the whole marriage. But you know what I'm bring up? You told him, which now I love red onions, but California chicken pizza, the frozen barbecue pizza, it comes with red onions. And back in the day, I didn't like it. And you'd have to pick it off with a fork when you made it for me. You told him that, and he remembered, and he did it for me. And he and we played Little Big Planet, and we played Madden, and we drank Gatorade, and like we had fun. And he did that for me, and it's like not something he kept up with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that was probably the biggest struggle, and I would talk to him about that. Like, you can't be like just getting on to him all the time. A, you don't have the capital that I have.
Yeah.
B, like, yeah, obviously I want you to support me and like whatever, but you get to kind of be the fun parent, like, because you don't have that capital. And
it's weird he didn't take that approach. I just realized that.
It was like, the way that he was with you before we got married, I thought, oh my God, I found it, right? Like, this is it. And even, I'd say he kept it up for, really, and honestly, it was when his schedule switched to days is when it, like, went away. And I don't know.
He got lost in his work, basically.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
I was just saying, but there were, I think some of our best memories are just, like, when we were playing games together and stuff like that. And for my dad, I think it was like the quiet times. like just like kind of chilling.
I didn't think we'd get when you said you want to talk about those two. I didn't think, which is weird. Were our respective fathers. I didn't think we'd be able to talk about them for this long.
Well, yeah, I don't think it doesn't all consist about them, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. There's you're like I said, you're so much like Dad. You look so much like him in so many ways.
I'm black.
Well, yes, obviously. Like,
there's that little factor.
Yes, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of just like the no nonsense about you.
Yeah,
that's like him.
He would have been like me if he grew up born 2000. Yeah.
If he'd allowed to fully be a kid.
Yeah.
Like full on. Like, I don't know, because he was like 20 when I was born, I think. Remember young. No, I'm like saying like, I don't even know if he was fully 20 when I'm 20. Maybe 19. He's young. He's a kid still. Kid having a kid. So, it's just vastly different, but I miss him. I miss Andy. I think I'll probably cry when we watch Fallout. Like, I don't know if there's anything sad in it. I haven't been spoiled on anything like that. I just know like it will. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that hits me the hardest is when I think about them. I think about like what they didn't get to see happen with you, things that came out that like this when the Rangers won the World Series, I cried like so hard because
they were both big Rangers fans.
Rangers, yeah, like that was such a big part of my childhood, of my
Andy and you worked at the stadium.
Yeah, all three of us actually. Yeah, you're right, because Andy and I, when we were in youth group, because we knew each other from church, we worked Ranger games for like as a fundraiser type thing, and like obviously my dad he helped with the youth group, so he was up there at a lot of those, and we worked the All-Star game when it came to town together, like just a big part of our life. And so they would have really loved getting to see that. And so I just get sad like on the things that they missed out on and that I would have gotten to experience with them and share with them, so
which I gotta see.
I see you at the wrap it up box.
It's not that I don't.
It's because it's doing it and it's bugging you.
And I think eventually along the line, as we keep progressing, when we get better equipment, I'll be comfortable with going longer. But I just I don't want to risk anything at this point. Yeah, that's the only reason. Okay. And I need to pee, but that's a constant.
Yeah, I'm done then. Well, I mean, I don't know how to segue out of that. I was talking about something and you were like,
Rangers hit that home run to close out the series. Like, we're about to close out this episode because we love. Oh, okay, you don't got to flicker at me, camera. I get it.
All right, we're good. It feels like it's ending really awkwardly.
It always ends awkwardly.
No, this is like more than normal. You just want to ET it?
Not even in camera shot.
No.
Well, we'll just do.
I can't reach you.
You can't even see your camera. But I was gonna. This kid's not gonna love you. To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back. Podcast.